refreshing, just one of my favorite passes is always a good idea. And we're going to work some knee on belly stuff real quick, get some good hard lie grounds in, kind of tune up before Saturday, go from there. So, half guard or butterfly, I don't care which one you're starting in, whichever one you have more problems in is where you should start. Top hand is going to weave in between the leg to the top of the bottom side knee. Top hand has a couple options, either into the biceps or onto the collar. I'm going to scroll my legs back and start walking. One big problem we were having on Tuesday was we weren't keeping our weight on top of this leg. It was allowing for a lot of guys to just kind of pull their knee up and counter this. So when I'm here, my weight's on his legs right now. So if Corey goes to move his legs right now, not a lot he can really do to keep me on top of it. Now as I get past him, I'm going to continue splitting his legs and driving my bottom knee into his hip here. Well, once we get that knee in, my top hand scoops the head, come up, side control. Questions on that weave pass? Like I said, we've worked it from a bunch of different positions, whether it's half or butterfly. You know, we've worked it from here. Good head control, passing to that side. Any questions on that? All right, once we get,
You're not punching down to the mat, right?
scooping onto the top of this. You can punch down. That's more of what I do in gi. When you have the gi, you have a little bit of a grip chair you can hang out on.
They move around a lot. Sometimes punch on the mat too.
Option available. So once you get the side control, you're going to set one grip, kind of that collarbone height here. Your other hand, I always like to grip kind of right where the loop on his pants is. And if not there, I'm grabbing just kind of mid thigh here. Two options, you can either hop up and come to knee on belly, or if you're a little less athletic, up, step. Now because I like Corey, I'm going to lean back a little bit, keep my weight off him. But when you're doing this properly, heavy weight on him, knee across the center line, front foot posted up. One of the big problems I saw on Tuesday, a lot of us were like taking this leg not just out, but like backwards. It's going to off balance you quite a bit. I want to have it shoulder height at a reasonable width that I feel comfortable keeping all my weight on this shin bone. Okay? Alright? If you go too far past his head, you have the real tendency to get bucked off. So shoulder height, kind of in between his shoulder and his nipple, is about where you want it. Questions on the weave pass to popping up knee on belly? Yeah, I'm going to walk through it a couple more times, but questions on that? So I'm here, and weave in. Grip. I sprawl, walk past. I get here, pop up, set. Alright. Controlling that. Both sides. Questions? Drill her out. 1, 2, 3. Go to Vanderventure. Close. Right. I'm here. I start to pass. Good things happen. Boom. I pop up to knee on belly. Now, once we get here, guys, you have to be here for 3 seconds to score. So, especially for competition's sake this weekend, make sure that we're sticking our position. We have a bad habit of like popping up here and then like sliding straight to the mount. It's like could have done that, just go straight to mount or stick and hold for 3 seconds. You'll get your points. And if I'm there, you'll generally hear me calling for that pretty quick. You'll hear me go, all right, that should be our points there, you know, and you'll start hearing stuff like that. But once we're here, there's a couple general reactions you're going to see. One of the first ones is guys are going to start to push hands to knees or hands to hips. I like if they go hands to hips, because one of the first things I like to do here is all I'm going to do is grab the cuff of that wrist or that actual wrist. And I'm going to slide my knee from across his waistline to across his chest. And I'm hooking my bottom foot to the back of his shoulder here. Once we're here, I step my other foot over, and I like to finish this armbar from up top. I'm balanced enough, And if he starts to move into me, then I fall back. But if we're just getting started, you may want to just fall back on that arm bar. So I'm here, we're moving, he's moving stuff. I don't appreciate that. All I'm going to do is grab a nice cuff grip. Pistol, cuff, I don't care what you grab. And I'm here, all I'm going to do is slide my knee up to where I'm right here. Now all my weight is right into Corey's chest. You really appreciate it while I elaborate and talk right here, because all my weight's right through the top of his chest here. I'm attaching his arm to my chest here, stepping over, and I don't just step my foot, I try to scoop his head back a little bit. One, for discomfort, two, it tightens the arm bar. I'm pinching my knees, falling back towards his legs, snapping there, and if he starts to get swirly, you can hook away at your discretion. Big things here is pinching the knees, pulling the arm to your chest, extending the hips. So your basic arm, shin and arm bar, just from new position. Questions on this? Obviously, you're gonna walk through it about 5 more times, but big details on this, guys. Like I said, is getting that knee pinched. Because what a lot of us like to do on these arm bars is we get here, and we're like, whee! We go real wide knee for whatever reason. And it loosens that arm bar up quite a bit. So when I'm here, I'm pinching. And you'll see the difference in how long I have to pull his hand. If I'm here, right, but if I tighten, it's a lot tighter, a lot quicker. Even if I don't go into my questions on this, guys. So we're here. Boom, I don't like what's happening. Scroll, walk past. I'm here, I pop up, and I get here. Now a lot of guys when you get here will try to move your hips, do things like that. I always appreciate it. All I'm gonna do, pull his arm up, slide my shin up, step over, scoop the head. If you can, try to stay balanced and finish up here. If you can't, fall back, adjust, then finish.
Are you doing this just as they grab your hip, or are you doing it?
I'll force it. I will attack this regardless what you're doing. It's just a lot easier if they push your hip. Because when I do this, so when I go to knee on belly, one thing to realize is the more across his belt line you are, the more control you have, the more pointed towards his head your knee is, the more pain you're trying to inflict. So when I'm here, I very rarely am just seat belting you across. I am driving my knee through your sternum. So I'm a dick, and black belt, you gotta cause a little bit of pain to get people to move the way you want. So when I'm here, I'm driving. That's gonna force a lot of guys to start going this hand to the knee, this hand to the hip, because they gotta get my weight off that knee so that they can move. That's what allows me to slide up into that. It's causing that little bit of that flinch kind of pain reaction can create a lot of openings in the jiu-jitsu. You don't have to do a lot to get there. If we're here, we're moving, right? Transitioning, good things are happening. And I go here. See how that instantly pops his hand up? Now I'm attacking. That's the difference, is I can drive that knee just that little bit. Cause him to try to get your hips off. The natural reaction is to push the thing that's hurting you and get their weight off. So if I drive that little bit of pain, I can bait that reaction. Questions? Depends. I'm balanced. I can stay up here, basically not touch him in transition. Right? All depends on your comfort level, how much control you want, and how many grips you want. I am generally going to stay right here. This hand's going to stay free. This knee's in deep. I'm grabbing a good bit of hip. Here's why. He's going to start to do stuff, and this hand is going to be what I'm using to attack. You can stay here, and when he goes to grab your hip, grab the wrist. I prefer just to play no grip. Yeah, and if you're a real dick, you just drive the knee through and pull in.
Does that make me
I mean, remember guys, sometimes in life you don't need more friends, you need new enemies. It's a great way to get one. Alright, questions? Alright, 1, 2, 3. Alright, circle her up. Alrighty, so now I'm here with Mr. Van Vitzer. And we've gotten Neon Belly. We appreciate it. One thing I did want to point out on the armbar that I noticed a lot of you guys doing, a lot of us were sliding up and then standing into the armbar. When I hit this, I'm pulling the arm up and scooping under it while I pull the arm up. I'm not standing up to the armbar. I'm pulling the arm up and scooping under it. Does that make sense? Alright. So, next thing, we're here, right? Let's say I get here and Corey's not done. It isn't like, hey, here's my arms, please do something to them. Like most people who do jiu-jitsu, that's going to be, you know, they're going to know not to really extend those hands for very long. So it's going to be hard sometimes to set up that arm. One of my favorite things to do is just take this grip that was on the shoulder and slide it just to back where his t-shirt tag should be. Right? I'm going to grip the back of that collar. Now my top hand, I'm going to open up his collar that little bit, and I'm going to connect my pinky right next to my thumb. So I'm here. Clear that throat for me. Now I'm going to do my hands a little loose so that I can talk through this and not put Corey unconscious. I'm a gentleman like that. But when you're actually hitting this, you want your hands as tight as possible. Now, once you get this grip, I'm going to knee slide off and under this arm here. My top hand is going to drop, and I'm going to drive this hand up. So this hand's going under his neck, this hand's going on top. As I'm here, I'm going to walk my hips away and pull him on top of my back. As I'm doing that, this hand's choking, this hand's rolling. Now, I'm here and work the finish. Baseball bat choke. Many of you will fondly remember this from butterfly guard, which is where we first learned it this year. But it can be applied in a lot of different positions and places. So we're here, Corey's smart, he's defending himself. I have this grip, right? It's great. All I'm gonna do, set here, slide off, work to be here. The goal is to either be sitting or somewhat slid down with his neck over your shoulder like a sack of potatoes. Okay? Questions on this? Because there should be.
So you say grip is thumb in,
Yeah, so side I'm on is going to be thumb in. Outside hand is going to be 4 fingers in. So if you were gripping this collar just for control's sake, it's that same grip, it just slides in. Then once you get here, a lot of guys will start to kind of play with that arm, and that's fine, because it actually sets this choke up. And that's why I like it, is if I get real grip heavy here, Corey's smart, he knows that nothing good's going to start happening with this grip, so he's going to start attacking it, framing, and looking for it. Opens up that collar for this. Set good grip. Knee slide off. Attack the choke.
I say when you're hitting this, you want to make sure that you don't flatten out before you get all your leverage in place. If you flatten out before it's really tight, the guys circle all the way around. You're getting in the tight one before you lay down.
Does that make sense what he's saying? So when I'm here, just for efficacy's sake, when I'm here, I'm not sliding out and then trying to tighten once I hit my back. This is one that once you've committed to going, you tighten in a hurry and pull. Alright? So when we get here, the second this knee goes to slide off, that's when this gets tight. Alright? Other questions on this?
where are you continuing to go?
So, once I'm here, I'm going to start to walk away from him more than anything. Because if he comes up to his knees here, let's say this just isn't in yet, I can re-roll and put it on my back. just like we did finishing the traditional one from Butterfly. So I'm walking my hips away from him and almost going back to belly now. And I have put someone out and stood up, so that's also enough. It's the only jiu-jitsu match I wish I had to take. I'd burn all the rest of them to have that. Other questions on this? One more time. Anything else? Here. Slide off this way. Elbow down. Here. Remember, make sure you're trying to tap your friends, not the mat. There's 20 plus people on the mat tonight. If you tap the mat, you might go out. It's your fault.
Are they your level or is it her level?
Oh no, so your thumb and your pinky should be on the tag of the back of his shirt. That's where the strip's set.
Baseball bat.
So literally like you're grabbing a baseball bat around his neck. Now this choke got its name. Oddly enough. Alrighty, driller out. 1, 2, 3.
Alright, so a lot of times I get my knee on belly, right? We get this position, we get points, boom. He's defending this way right here. So if I just drop back down, I'm not going to get my mouth here. So if I just drop back down, he's defending well. So if you want to move around a lot, I get to this position here where we're going to work on doing the winch wiper pass. The more efficient you are doing the winch wiper pass, because you can always do it on the dummy over there. The more efficient you are swimming over, someone's not putting your hands on that, then you're going to change the way he's defending. So if he's defending that way, and I swim over here really fast, then he's kind of giving me it back. Right? It's not really like that. We're just going to change the direction of this defense. So coming around, boom. I got all kinds of stuff I can do from this spot here, whether it's taking us back or just looping or whatever. Okay? That's all I have.
Alrighty, mouthpiece is in. Quick drink of water. Come back ready to roll, my friends. 1, 2, 3.